Hello all, welcome to my channel. In this video, Plot with Python 4, I will explain scatter plot and pie chart. Before that, you need to watch my earlier 3 videos on Plot with Python.
Styles in plot, how to change the color type, how to plot a function, if it's a mathematical function, then how do we plot it, how to plot multiple plot in one plot, what are the various colors that can be used, how to plot a bar graph. Next is to plot a scatter plot. Now what is a scatter plot? A scatter plot is also called as scatter graph, scatter chart, scattergram, or scatter diagram. This scatter plot is a type of plot, or we can call it as a mathematical diagram. It uses Cartesian coordinates in x and y plane, and it displays two variables for a set of data. For example, when you draw a graph, or if you remember in school days you used to draw graph, and for drawing graph you used to plot the points first. Then on those points you used to draw lines. So if you are not drawing any line on the points, then it becomes a scatter plot. Scatter plot plots data on horizontal and vertical axis, and it is drawn to find the relationship between two variables, how much one variable affects the other variable, and we also find the correlation between two variables by using a scatter plot. This is mainly used in research work. So we'll see how to prepare the scatter plot or how to draw the scatter plot. First we have to import matplotlib as PLT. If it is already imported, then we do not have to import. Then I have created some points on x-axis and points on y-axis. You can see if I keep the cursor here, this is a list x-axis, this is a list y-axis. Then plt.scatter. In order to draw bar chart, we use plt.bar. In order to draw scatter plot, we use plt.scatter. And what is the sequence? In the syntax, plt.scatter, that is for scatter plot, first x-axis, then y-axis, and then these are all optional things that we'll see afterwards. plt.xlabel, we want to label something on x-axis, we want to label something on y-axis, we want to give title, then we have to give legend, and here we have created grid also, that is a mesh of horizontal vertical line, that is grid. If you see here, there is no difference between creating a simple graph and a scatter plot. What is a new thing that you have found? Only scatter is written. If I go back to this, say for example this data is created, then x label, y label, title, plt.plot, plot between x variable and y variable, that's it. Similarly, we are creating a scatter plot. So the syntax of all the plots is almost similar. Here also, if you see in bar between this, since this is multiple bar chart, so this data is coming two times. For this is one set and this is another set. Then legend, x label, y label, title is common. What is important here? Bar, because this is bar chart. So similarly, if you see here, it is a scatter plot. And if I run this, you will get a points which are scattered. These are the points which are scattered. So we can call it as a scatter plot. This is the title, this is on the y-axis, this is on x-axis, and these are the set of points on x-axis, y-axis. Now this line also shows the correlation between the data on x-axis and y-axis, and we can say that it is correlated because you can draw a straight line like this. And if I change some of the points here, say if instead of 4 I put here say 16, instead of 8 I put say 20, instead of 12 I put just 2, then the 16 is replaced and this is replaced like this. Let us see how it changes now. So this is changed like this now. Now this is not correlated. There is no correlation between this x-axis points and y-axis points. Just coming back to the earlier plot, it is like this. Now color is dark blue. So by default also it is blue. If you want, you can change the color red, red, and if you run, you will get it in red color. Marker is X, that you can see here, X. If you want, you can change it to plus, or you can change it to triangle as well. Then the size is 25. Label is sample result, that you already know. And grid, you can see this grid over here, that is mesh of X line and Y line, horizontal and vertical line. So let me change this to dark blue, and we are getting a scatter plot. So this is basically a scatter plot. For scatter plot, you need data points on x-axis and on y-axis. Nothing difficult in drawing this. We will move on to another scatter plot here. Now this scatter plot which we have just seen was drawn between two sets of data. One set was on horizontal axis, another set was on vertical axis. Now if we have two sets of data, this is one set and this one is another set. So if we have two sets of data, then how the scatter plot will look like? Then title is the similar something like that, plt.scatter. If I want to plot only one set, I will just comment over here, and then we'll add the second one. This also I will comment, and I don't want to plot for second axis. This also I will comment, and I will run this. So what we get now? We get a scatter plot here between x-axis and y-axis like this, and in label we have item 1 only, which is labeled. Now if I, and grid is off, there is no grid. Now if I remove this comment from here, this 1, this is 2, and this one is third comment, and plot it again. So we get two different scatter plots. Blue one is for this, you can see here, blue one is for x-axis, y-axis one. So x-axis, y-axis one is this data, and the red one is for x-axis 2, y-axis 2, that is x-axis 2, y-axis 2, this data. You can get the scatter plot for two different data types. Next we'll move on to pie chart. Again, what is a pie chart? All of you know. In live cricket match, you will see that a pie chart is plotted, or when we see news, many times they plot a pie chart. Okay. So this is a pie chart. It is easy to plot the pie chart. First is to import matplotlib, that you know. Then two arguments, or two lists. One is of country and second is of quantity which is needed, and plt.py. That's it. This is one line. The second line, forget about this color as of now. One line, second line, and plt.py. The two arguments given are quantity and country. Quantity and country. So quantity is this, and country is written in labels so that it understand which one is the label and which one is the quantity. That's why country, that is this one, is written in labels. Then now we can see a pie chart. See, country. So all the countries are written over here. Quantity, USA 200. So for USA it is 200. For Brazil it is 70, and so on. This is the data of COVID patient when this code was written at that moment of time. This was the data of various countries. Then color, for every data set, for every data, that is for USA is one data, Brazil is another data, and this forms a data set. So for every data we need to give color. So I have selected these colors for different data, and that color has to be mentioned here. Colors is what? Color. So it will read colors from where? It will read from this color here. So this is the pie chart. Then there are some additional points here: autopacity, shadow, and start angle. This also we don't work. I will remove this as well. So what you can do is, here you can also explode the plot. Like if you want, suppose Spain to come out, or if you want, suppose Russia to come out, then you can use this explode. You can use this explode, copy this, and you have to put it here in this. Since it has become more in length, I will just push enter and run this now. So what I have done here, explode, first is not exploded, second, third, fourth is exploded, and fifth one is not exploded. So I have written here 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and if I run this, you can see these are exploded. Another thing is here, start angle. Start angle is 90 degree. So it will start at 90 degree. If you change the angle, then you can see that how this graph will change. So this way it will change. Then